My traditional mother-in-law told me to quit my job and become a stay-at-home mom, so I revealed to her that I make more money than her son. I have been married to my husband for 2 years now, and he is the perfect man in my eyes. But sadly I can't say the same for his mother. She is Japanese and is very traditional, believing that a woman can only show her love by taking care of the household and cleaning up after her kids and husband. Even when I was getting married, she tried to get me to quit my job, but my husband supported me. He knew that together we could make enough to afford quite the luxurious lifestyle, and he was right. I work as a manager of the cybersecurity division of a big tech company, and he's an internal medical specialist. We both work nearly 10 hours a day, but since we outsource all the chores like cleaning, we are actually able to spend a lot of time together. Every night, we cook a nice meal and have an at-home date, which is surprisingly romantic. All in all, we are very happy. But my mother-in-law is somehow not satisfied with that. Last year, she called my parents regularly to try and get them to convince me to quit my job. Little did she know, my parents are the ones who raised me to be independent and wouldn't let her manipulate them. She kept trying with other relatives but was only met with failure, so she ended up developing a grudge. Now, no matter when I talk with her, she always brings up that same topic. But I never took it seriously because I didn't think that she would eventually end up going too far. In November, we got the wonderful news that I was pregnant. My husband was overjoyed and everyone congratulated us. I thought that I was going to have to deal with my mother-in-law once more, but surprisingly, she stayed silent and didn't make a single offhanded remark in 3 months. At the end of January, I went on maternity leave and my husband invited his mother for a dinner, to which I wholeheartedly agreed. I thought it was the perfect opportunity to bury the hatchet since a new life was on the way. The dinner was going well and my mother-in-law complimented the food, saying that I was the best cook she had come across. I told her that her son had actually cooked today's dinner because I had to finish some work, and also agreed with her that my husband is the best cook there is. I don't know what I said wrong, but she absolutely blew up on me. She claimed that I was a cruel wife who was making her husband do the chores after a long day at work. We tried to explain to her that we outsource all the chores except cooking, and that we actually enjoy making food, so it isn't even a chore. But then she went back to her old ways, and said, "I told you to quit your job and you didn't listen. You just get satisfaction from being a rebel. Well, you can still fix this. If you love the baby inside you, then you will stop working and take proper care of him like a good stay-at-home mother." While I can ignore her comments in a usual situation, I didn't like how she claimed I didn't love my child. So I stood up and retaliated against her for the first time in my life. Now, my husband only makes $400,000 while I make $600,000, and we have kept this fact a secret from both families to avoid certain conversations. But because my mother-in-law angered me so much, I just let it all out. I have had it with your traditional mindset. You should know that my job pays me a lot more than your son makes, and I'm saving more money than you can imagine. I will send my kids to colleges you haven't even heard of and give them the best life ever. Most of all, I will support them and love them unconditionally, instead of trying to control them like you did.